Hey guys, so I'm about to present for my school's homecoming, my school in China, that is. It's their anniversary, and they asked me to speak, and of course, I'm gonna speak. I'm not gonna decline that. I love being a mentor. I love talking about my experiences and hearing everyone's feedback after I do so. So, what I decided to do is to record this talk and I'll post it on YouTube for my YouTube fam. It's been a while and I'm so sorry, but we got a lot to talk about. Um, Anyways, yeah, I got up at 4, presenting at 5, should be up and going in about a minute or two. And yeah, I have not reviewed this slide. I'm just gonna talk. Y'all know me. But next time, get me on a flight. Let's do this in person.
So, without further ado, I would like to welcome you to the second meeting of our series, the Homecoming. Yeah, like I said last week, we are celebrating our 20th anniversary as SIS WMU. So, today we are privileged to have one of my good friends, my classmate. We started together in 2015. That's like about 11 years ago. And yeah, we graduated together 2021. And she goes by the name Dr. Tifonia Benain. And she's from Jamaica. And yeah, one of the most outstanding classmates that I've had. She collected the JGN scholarship from first year to like sixth year. Yeah, first to sixth year. He was one of the few people that we always competed against when it came to being outstanding. A very, very good friend, a good orator, and competitive, outstanding in everything that she sets her mind to do. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Tifonia. Dr. Tifonia, over to you. You can go ahead. As he's presenting, please note down any questions that you might have. After the presentation, she's going to take a Q&A. So if you're joining the meeting, please mute your mics so that there are no disturbances. So over to you, Dr. Tiffany.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Tino. Just bear with me a, a little bit. Let me see how to share this screen. I think this is it. Just let me know once y'all are able to see.
We can see it.
Okay, I'm learning. We learn every day, okay? I'm getting there. And then, okay, we're good. Okay. Well, thanks, Dr. Tino, for those kind words, and I can say the same for you in every aspect. Thanks for this opportunity. I'll never turn down mentoring or giving talks or anything of that nature. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. I'll say that. Next time, just get me a flight, We like to travel and all of that. Yeah, let me come and give the presentation in person. But yeah, my topic for this talk, how long do I have, by the way?
You have about an hour for questions and the presentation.
Okay. So I'll try
Yeah.
not to eat up all your time. I know you may have questions. So I'll go straight to it. Who am I? Okay, there we go. Who am I? I'm just a little girl from Ocho St. Anne, Jamaica. As Tina said, he probably told you, gave away my age, but yeah, started WMU in 2015. So 2015 batch, yeah, the best one, no questions. And yeah, graduated in 2021. Always knew I wanted to do dentistry. Just didn't know how long the road was gonna be. But these are some pictures I could find of my time when I was at WMU. I was in everything. A little too much, to be honest, but Miss Dasher, basketball, tracks, everything. Alrighty. So why does this talk matter? Why did I choose to talk about opportunities beyond borders? The answer is simple. A lot of us are uncertain. Even being here, you're probably in your, I don't know what year a lot of people are in, but even if you're close to the end of the road, still uncertain. Sometimes you graduate and guess what? Still uncertain, and that's okay. When I got into dentistry and I chose to like go to China, everybody was like, "What are you doing?" But at the same time, they couldn't really say much because no one has ever done it, especially if there are many people here who are first generation doctors to be. Congrats, by the way. It's very hard navigating that road without mentors. And my mentor was a medical doctor. So I did get into medical school back in Jamaica on a full scholarship, and I chose not to go. So I kind of seemed cuckoo in the head. Information about global pathways, if it is that you don't just want to go back home to your home country, it's limited. And I remember when I decided, you know what, I need to work in the States. Most of my family is here, and this is the route I want to take. I found out in my second or my third year that I would have to go back to school. So while I was at WMU, I was trying to decide, like, so do I just quit WMU and try to apply to schools, or do I finish? Like, is that even possible? Everything is limited. I had an American, you guys probably know him as Dr. Tony. He's in California right now with his own office. I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, how did you do this? And then honestly, he just said, I don't remember. And a lot of times I look back and I'm like, I also don't remember a lot of the stuff I did. So it's very limited. So talks like this, it's very important so that people can get the information. And even though I may not give you all the information, it's good to start somewhere, right? Another thing is that us as international students, we face very unique challenges. I mean, everyone is going through hard life, thinking about their future, but during that while you're away from home, it's good for the few that, many of you may have the friends around you and stuff like that, but a lot of people are alone. They find it hard to adapt, and the challenges are many, whether it be financial, emotional, whatever it is, we have a lot to deal with. So, talks like these are important so we can help to shape the future, lead you to where you want to go. And of course, your path doesn't need to look traditional. As you can see, my journey, whenever I talk, people are just like, huh? You went where? You did what? So for me, of course, from Jamaica, then of course I went to the great WMU. I talk about my school all the time. And then I was traveling other places I did not include here, but I was traveling. I got stuck in Kenya. I like to, let me not say stuck. God placed me there for a reason. And that led me to do an internship in Zambia, which I'll get to that in a few. And now I'm here in the States doing my international program at Meharry Medical University. So things I wish I knew earlier. Growing up, everybody says your grades don't matter. You just need a pass. We all get the same degree. It's not true. So I have here with me some, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is one of the things that you'll have to get, that I had to get if you are deciding to go elsewhere to study. It's called a ECE. Some people do a WES. If you can see here, there's even China in brief, right? Every single course that I took at WMU was printed out on a sheet of paper and given to every school that I applied to for them to try to gauge like what my GPA would have been if I studied here. Crazy. But it happened. So everything you do matters. And that doesn't go to say that, hey, I wasn't doing so well in my first year, so this isn't going to work for me. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I do mean though is that you have to at some point just try to do your best. Like put all your effort into everything that you do. Whatever you do it to the best, like your best ability. And I was to put a picture in here of my first internship that I did at Lee Shrey, more observership. And I think I hope that program's still going on, where in the summer you get to go to these different hospitals. I did that for the entire summer, and I have a picture of me holding the suction. And when I sent that picture to my family, no, they thought I was doing the surgery, but no. The the focus on my face is just because whatever I'm given to do, if I'm to suction, I'm going to make sure that surgeon has the best clear feel, amazing. Everything is going to be pristine. They're going to miss me the next day and wish I was there to suction again. That's what I'm talking about. Also, networking matters. And when I mean networking, it's great to network in China. I believe I networked very well in China, but at the end of the day, you have to know what your goal is and how is that going to help you afterwards. I went home. A lot of people get the opportunity to go home a lot and just go on the beach, you know? That was me. I was just on the beach. I wasn't doing anything else. And what that did was when I returned home, I mean, they knew me, the girl on YouTube, the girl who does this and that, but nobody knows my skills. And that was pretty challenging because dentistry is not something where you can just go not knowing like what you're doing at all. Like people have to trust you. It's just you and your patient. And you can have mentors, but they're not going to be over your shoulder all the time. And I ended up in positions where I was managing a whole team and I'm like, oh, slow down here. What are we doing? So start to network, go home. If it's even a week, go and shadow, allow people to know you. A lot of times there are meetings like this as well. I know for Zambia it happens and for Jamaica. Like join, even if you have to pay a couple dollars sometimes, just do it. People need to hear your name in a room and stuff like that. Um, yes, have to do all these English tests. So English communication is competitive edge. And I mean, speaking English is fine, but speaking so people can understand you. So a lot of times people just speak like myself. I speak so fast, and especially because I see I'm on a time limit. I'm trying to rush here, but we have to be able to speak so people can understand us. Research and extracurriculars to build your profile, do that, okay? Yes, and start planning your life. Oh, yeah, plan for your licensing exams early. So I can speak for, well, also for med students, the USMLE. I'll have a picture later on of one of my friends who's here now. She did her USMLE. And I know of some people from WMU too. They reached out to me and say, hey, we passed. Love that. Um, I had no idea. I was thinking it's gonna be a written exam, or even if it's like practical, it's like on human or stuff I'm used to. No, it's not. It's completely different. For my exams, it's like on plastic teeth because at the time when COVID was happening, uh, it's like you couldn't be doing exams in people's mouth. Like we didn't know, couldn't be like doing COVID testing on everyone. So they came up with doing these exams on plastic teeth, which they fracture, it's a whole story, like with simulated decay and all that. I had no idea. I had to just be learning as I go along. We can talk about that later on for those who are interested. And then also the finances that go along with that ran me at least $1 million Jamaican to get everything situated. Yeah, I don't even want to talk. I'm getting depressed again. But it's a lot to think about. And so you have to start thinking about that from early. Of course, I expected like things were just going to go smooth sailing, graduate in 2021, and then I'll do another 2-year program, or I would specialize and I'll be done. I expected that I'll be done by now, but here I am still. Still studying. Actually have a final exam tomorrow. So no, don't expect that everything will, I mean, hope that it will, but if you get little detours, it's okay. It is okay. Supportive community. I must say, reality for me is that I've had supportive community everywhere I've been, so I'm not gonna lie about that. And yeah, challenges, I'm sure, cultural adaptation, burnout, financial stress, visa issues, it can be a lot. And I mentioned COVID earlier on. So plans can change, and that's okay. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's what I had to learn very early on because I was like, okay, can they just, take me like something? Because it went on for like, I was in Kenya for 1 year, but we are doing mostly like online classes. And I'm like, oh, hold up, my plans are, being put to a hold right here. But you have to remember, it's not just you, it was everyone. And so adaptability is your superpower. I had to become adapt. I thought I was adaptable, but I had to become even more adaptable. I had to pivot, and that's how I ended up in Zambia. Delays are not failure at all. I can tell you, like when I look back, well, hindsight is, Yeah, but when I do look back, I'm like, if I didn't go here, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't be the professional that I am today. And I have here that flexibility, greater than intelligence alone. So true. So many people are smart. Everyone, you're here, you're smart. You're here for a reason. But if you have not been able to adapt, if you're not able to be flexible, then it really doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, all of that will reflect in your grades. Your degree will open way more doors than you think. Like a lot of us thought, oh, you just get the degree and you go and you work. No, I've seen people now interested in research, in academia. I have friends who are entrepreneurs. Like, I want to do that. Like, they have their own businesses still in healthcare, but it doesn't mean that's all you can do. And once you get that DR in front of your name, a lot changes for you. Doors open for you. And as although it shouldn't be, but people will treat you differently. So a lot of times I write an email, a little complaint, just put that sincerely, Dr. Tiffany on it. Yeah. Um, Yeah, and I mentioned the different pathways here. We have for the US, the USMLE, UK. I can't speak so much for UK, Canada, and Australia. What you should do while preparing for your boards. For me, I started working in 2022, January, and I took my boards in May 2023. It's not because I couldn't take it earlier, but you have to work. Like all of these things cost money. And so at one point, I was working three jobs, like driving up. Oh, before that, I wasn't even driving, taking taxis. Yeah. So it took a while, but discipline, like once you know what you want and you go for it, that's all that matters. And like I said, being flexible, you have to just work with it, right? I don't like the phrase to move with the waves like of the ocean because only dead fish go in the direction that the tide's going. No. You have to forge your own path and be very disciplined. I would be waking up at like 7 in the morning, work until 5, get home at 6, take a little break by 7:38. I'm studying and I don't know till when, till whenever my body could. I try not to push it too much. Time management is key. Um, but yeah, every little thing, if you can only do an hour a day, I have some friends who weren't working, so they just studied for an entire month and they were able to do it. If you're working, it's a lot harder. So it's gonna look different for everyone. People do study groups. It was hard for me to do that because one time difference. To I'm working. So, I mean, I would respond every now and then, but at some point, even the study groups can hold you back if you have a different time frame and people keep postponing. So, eventually, I was just on my own, and that's okay too sometimes, whatever works for you. There are things school won't teach you. I have networking here, which I touched on early on, especially, and what I mean by networking is also outside of China. All right, network in China and make sure your teachers know you because I've had to request a lot of recommendation letters. Thank you to Dr. Gallian. Thank you to Dr. Gerald. Listen, because I've had my fair share of rejections too. And that was new for me because honestly, usually I would get what I set out for? And that was not the case after leaving WMU because, like, coming from your home country and it's just you against 40 people, my program, I think they said like 5,000 applications came in, and the application period was so short, and my school only takes 10. And these are five people outside of the country. And I'm the only person in my class that came from outside of the country. So it's very competitive. So even if you get a rejection here or there, it's okay. All right. Financial literacy is something I wish I knew more about because when I tell you it's gonna take a lot out of you mentally as well as financially. And in my case, like I mentioned, if you're the first doctor in your family, and I'm the eldest sibling, eldest of six. Once you finish WMU, people are not expecting that, hey, she's taking us out of the good, or she's not going to be able to help. But then you have all these other dreams and you don't want to seem so selfish. You have to figure out, okay, how am I going to accomplish all the things I want to accomplish without draining the parents or anyone anymore, Plus, you have to think about your siblings as well. So I was in that situation, but the information is online, and I did a lot of this. Like, I reached out to mentors. There were the people that helped me the most, honestly, are people I've never met in my life, like never met in person, but I followed their journey through social media. One such person is Dr. Ai. He's Nigerian. He now has his own practice in Texas. I just saw him online and that he was doing the same program I'm in. He did his in Boston. I'm like, hey, I'm Tiphonia. Communicate. Like, you have to, closed mouths won't get fed. And that's also in getting information. Personal branding is something I'm trying to work on. You have to find the balance with how people perceive you, because I'm a very funny person, I think. I make people laugh. I make myself laugh even more. But I like my YouTube and stuff like that. But at the same time, you don't want people to think you're so gimmicky. And it's a lot. But the personal brand also helps you, because I've gotten a lot of patients who would come to me and say, hey, I saw you on TikTok. So, I mean, the world is changing, generation is changing. So I would say not everybody is a social media person, but not just social media, branding yourself overall, it's important. We spoke on adaptability before. Mental health and burnout. I think because I laugh so much, for me, I don't really say I have maybe. Anyways, you're not alone in what you're feeling. For me, it helps for me to talk about my feelings all the time. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't suppress things. Like, if something's bothering me or if I need help, I'm gonna ask and but you have to also have that space where you're comfortable and safe to do so. Thankfully, I must say that I do have that. And do not compare yourself with others. It's so dangerous. Like, I put here that it's dangerous to your peace. And I promise you, comparison is what is it, thief of joy? Something like that. It's true. And you need to rest. It's part of your performance. And I mentioned asking for help. It is a sign of strength. It's not a sign of weakness. And celebrate your small wins along the way. I think we're all learning that, because especially if you're a high achiever, once you aim for this, you get it, you're just on to the next. But if you just take a minute, breathe, and look back, you're like, yeah, I did that. Thank God. Thanks for this victory and thank me, We have to do that every now and then. Oops. So what did I learn from each country? I have here that China taught me discipline, adaptability, and independence. Kenya, resilience, uncertainty management, resourcefulness. Zambia, my clinical growth, I would say 10 out of 10. I have a picture of a few of my mentors from Zambia who did an amazing job with me and helped me to make my hand skills better. Jamaica, of course, best place on earth. My purpose, that's where I found it, and also my love for community service, giving back. In a few weeks, actually, my school, think about 70 something of us, and the Jamaica California Association, something like that. We'll be going to Jamaica for an outreach, and that's one of the reasons that I chose this school, because it's something they do annually. Yeah. What advice would I give to students now? Start researching on all the exams that you need to take from now. I said that earlier on, improving your communication skills, also not just speaking English, but clinical skills. Like, how do you speak to patients? How will you speak to your coworkers? Patients pick up on these things. They pick up on the energy in your office and they'll say, I'm going back. So this is all part of dentistry. It's not just, oh, let me do this. It's not just about doing. Like, it's a lot of talking, it's a lot of getting the patients comfortable. And yeah, that's something that's gonna take you a far way. Build relationships with mentors and your seniors. Keep all your documents organized, please. Like, you're gonna need them and try to gather everything that you need before you leave China because it's expensive getting things to and fro. And like I said, gain all the clinical exposure beyond what's required. If they tell you you need 30 hours, do 50, 60, more if you can, right? Because like I said, it's the world that you'll be competing against. And don't neglect your mental health. I'm trying to see what I can skip through here. But yeah, failure is not final. Failure is data. It's not a verdict. When you fail, you learn. And it's easier said than done, but I don't like to fail anything. But when I do fail, you know, I learn from it. And fear of starting over, that was me. Because what do you mean I have to go back to school to do what I have been doing? But it means that you're still going, and a lot of people would do a lot of stuff to get to where I'm at and where you are. So if you don't see, oh, she's like 20 and why am I 30? It doesn't matter. Don't care about that. Maturity is an asset, it's not a liability. And fear of uncertainty, that one's fine. For me, that just tells me that you're human because we don't know. Like, none of us know. And that just means that the story isn't over yet. And like I said, your journey will look different from your colleagues, and that is perfectly okay. This is Dr. Ava Williams. She is also a graduate from a Chinese medical university. She's now at a hospital in Chicago. She's finishing up her first year of residency, so it's possible. It's not to say that you can't do it. Here I have some of my mentors and also people that I've mentored. The top middle photo, this is the CEO of Angela Memorial Hospital, the one of the last places I worked before coming here. This hospital is affiliated with Loma Linda in California as well. And to the bottom left, the man of the hour, Dr. Christopher Capecci. If you Google him, you will know. He is amazing, an oral maxillofacial surgeon in Zambia. Um, and then these are some girls that assisted me one summer back in Jamaica. And then after working with me, they're like, you know what? I want to go to dental school. And I'm like, go. And then even if you can't go straight to dental school, dental hygiene is something. And they're doing it. And to my right is Dr. Jean Williams Johnson. She was my very first mentor. And she is the medical doctor that I mentioned, and she was still my mentor. Your mentor doesn't necessarily have to be in the field that you want to be in. You just need someone who you can bounce ideas off and talk and at least have some idea of the type of life that you will be entering into. I was trying to do a diagram here, guys. It didn't really work out, but yeah, still, this is my journey. So, of course, WMU, I cut out a lot of stuff. Of course, WMU, and then I did my internship in Zambia. While in Zambia, I applied for research in Canada, rejected because guess what? I don't even have one research under my belt. If you guys have the opportunity to do any type of research, do it, right? Because why did I lie to these people that I love research and my resume did not have one research on it? So I used to say I'm all rounded. I don't believe it anymore. But I was just trying to find a way through, like saying how could I like get to where I wanted to go easier and all that. It didn't work out for me. So I returned to Jamaica and yeah, applied to work for the government. I did that for about a year and a half. And while doing that is when I was studying for my board exams, all the admin hurdles. What I mean by that are like sending stuff through DHL. Luckily, I had people still in China that were a lot of help to me. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't have done it on my own at all. I did my INBDE exams. You have to travel to the States for that. So that's why I say like there's money in everything. There's not just for the cost of written exams. You have to think about flights, accommodation, and all of that. And then I did the ADEX licensure in Jamaica. And during this time, my grandpa got diagnosed with cancer. My mom got diagnosed with cancer. It was just so much happening, but thanks, to the grace of God, they're both okay now. But while I was doing exams, I was dealing with all of that at the same time. And like I said, I worked 3 jobs because I girl gotta work. And there were setbacks. Still had my mentorship going along the way, building my skills, still being persistent. And then even through this process, after doing all of that, then you have to think about applying to school. So this is not even when you get into schools. This is before, everything you have to do before. And my first year, I only applied to one school because the money was done. I only applied to NYU. I was waitlisted, so I had to wait another year. It is so competitive. Like being rejected does not mean that you weren't good enough. It's just a lot. It's just very competitive. So delay is not denial. Consistency compounds. Keep applying, keep pushing, keep learning, and keep believing. Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. I like that. I hope y'all felt that when I said it, okay? Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Dream bigger than your degree. The degree is big, like let me tell you that. Like you're gonna be a doctor, and you're gonna be the doctor of a doctor, but still dream bigger than your degree. Your journey may not be straightforward. Mine certainly was not, but sometimes the detours become the very thing that prepares you for the opportunities ahead. I would not be who I am. I would not be where I am without all the places I've been and all the people that I've met along the way, like my teachers at WMU, like a big thank you. Like words can't truly express how grateful I am for all that I've been exposed to. And yeah, I have my Instagram here, my YouTube, my email. You guys can take a screenshot to whatever you have to write it down. I'm always open to share my journey. Of course, I had to cut it very short here for you guys, but if you want to know more, if you have any questions, I believe Tina said we could take some questions after this, but this is the end. Thanks for listening and go be extraordinary.
Awesome. Awesome. Guys, let's hands if you can. If you can send a sticker clapping hands or your favorite emoji just to express uh, how excited and how much you learned from Dr. Tifonia's presentation. Thank you so much, Tifonia. That was insightful, even for me. I was very attentive, listening to every word. You always grab the attention in the room.
Thank you.
Is that today the oral pathology in your hospital is still share the similar with the China
Oh,
counterparts?
you
Huh?
and
Oh, I heard.
hello.
Can you hear clearly? Because
Yeah, I
maybe
heard
the
you.
time. Yes.
Nah, China is more advanced. I probably have to
Hmm?
say that a little quieter. But
Okay.
China is more.
I more advanced. Cause you must recognize this one.
Oh,
Now I'm teaching
yes.
this. Yes,
Oral
the oral
histology and
pathology.
embryology.
Yeah. Bad memory comes.
Woo. But like dentistry is dentistry everywhere. Like whatever you're learning at WMU, it's the same information that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life. So 100% it's the same, and so the foundation that you're learning at WMU, it's gonna be really great for wherever else you want to go, beyond your degree. So my foundation was great. Thanks to oral histology and embryology.
You are a smart girl. Another question is, how do you do the research now in your career time? Because in China counterpart, for me, I have also keen research on the not only pathology but as well as the oral pathology. Are you still doing now in your job time?
So there are students that do it, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what's
Oh,
wrong
you
with
do
me and
the
research. I'm haven't done.
Uh,
My housemate, she's Indian. She has done a few already. She's even been to other places to present. A lot of people get opportunities to go many places doing research here, but I don't know. I have research ideas, but
no,
I have
no
not.
problem, no problem. I have
Yeah,
students.
no.
Later we can collaborate together.
You
I
see,
have the
now
idea.
we're talking.
Yes, yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah. We can collaborate later.
Sounds great.
Thanks, my dear students. Very happy to see you.
So happy to see you too.
Mm, mm. Okay. What other question? My question is over. Thank you.
Okay. Am I still sharing screen? Yeah.
I think some of the questions are in the chat section, Tiff.
Oh, all right. Give me. Okay. So I go to my
Or
chat.
I can read it for you.
Okay, I think I found it.
So,
You always laugh in class. Oh my gosh. What was your favorite subject in WMU? Now I'd have to say or pathology. Um, Thank you for sharing your journey. You're welcome. Favorite, mm, I don't know. I loved all my classes. That's a hard one. Actually, this may come as a shock, but I think in the first year classes, I'm a organic chemistry girly. I know a lot of people hated organic chemistry, but I love it. It was tough, but I love organic chemistry and physics and yeah. But in terms of this, like the dental courses, they were all my favorite. I just love dentistry. I could eat, sleep dentistry. Uh, my class is basic. Are you currently specializing in the US? So in order to start specializing, you have to do the program that I'm doing right now. So if you are interested in specializing, it's very different for dentistry versus MBBS. For MBBS, you take your boards and then you apply to do your residency. For dentistry, you have to do the international track program. It's at least 2 years. Some schools it's 3 years, some school it's another 4 years. Don't do that. Don't say that I said that, but it can be a very long path. So then for me, specializing would be next year. Or if I just if like like I said, things don't happen how you expect them to. If it takes more than a year for me, that's okay. But eventually I do want to do oral and maxillofacial surgery or orthodontics. Class failed more than half by oh, it's still the same professor. Yeah, I know a lot of people fail organic chemistry.
Tiff, in our last presentation with Dr. Brett, one student was asking how how to acquire skills as a dentistry student here, like during, not really internship, but even when you're having classes, because some were complaining that you don't really get the opportunity to do stuff. And how did you try to maximize your time in classes or with your professors?
Yeah, great question, actually. I wish I had a picture of it. But like I said, mentor people. So for me, Kashana was my little baby. She's now a dentist in Jamaica as well. What I did, they should have them in class, like the motors that you use that you can take home. You're in China. Like it's when I left, I realized there's so many things I could have gotten while there. But there are all these things. If they want, I could maybe find them and send a link to you. You could share. You buy them online, the motors, the same fake teeth that I taught that I mentioned for the exams, and you practice. Because dentistry, you can know the knowledge, but the hand skills are very important. Working with things in your way, tongue, everything. You have to get the hand skills down from early. So I would be in my room with that little motor going away. Whenever you can go to the labs, go to the lab. Like when I show people the pictures that we have, of the facilities there, you can make the best of them. If the rooms do close, ask. I don't know who's the class monitor and stuff like that. Ask if you can get access to the rooms later on. And I do know the campus is in the city, so that may be a little challenging. So we eventually moved away and went to the city. And then if you're talking experience with patients, like real life patients, which, like I said, first get your hand skills down before you go. And you don't want to jump the broom so fast. But whenever you can, whether it's in China or go home, start shadowing somebody. Like it's all coordination, like the eyes, the hand, the brain, it all has to be working in unison. So all I can say is practice. Like even if you're not getting as much experience as you would want, truth is, yeah, it's not just you alone, it's everybody. It's very different. Like even here, back when I went back home, I had to redo internship. Well, I didn't necessarily have to, but the thing is, nobody knows you. It sounds great for you to go and say, "Oh yeah, I graduated top of my class from China. Oh my God, why did you go to China? That's great." But who's gonna hire you? Now it's different because when people go and say, they're like, "Oh, Tifonia," and like now people know people. Like at least people can have a bit more confidence in you, and it's the same for you guys. Like you do the same. You make it better for everyone that's coming after you. So I had to pretty much redo another year of internship, but quickly they realized that, hey, she's not new to this. And then the more you do it, the more it will just come to you. So it's just practice and putting yourself out there. But that was a great question. Um, how many hours did you use to study in the day? Your first year? Mm, they always say like you start studying from the first day of class. I tried that. It never works. It's a lie.
Yo, bro, вставай. Окей.
Huh? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
It's okay. I think someone was just unmuted the mic.
Oh, okay.
Голодный, будешь есть?
Okay.
Чё?
Please
Я не
mute your
знаю.
mic, Arson.
Can you please mute your mic?
Хочешь бургеры?
So how many hours I studied, honestly, I can't tell you exactly, but I wasn't frolicking. So I would say at least, I don't want to lie to you, honestly, I don't know. But it wasn't all fun. It just wasn't all fun and games. I was studying like at least twice in the week in the first year. Like I said, I was doing a lot of other things.
Интересно будет. 2, 2, 2.
But when it came to exam time, oh yeah, I didn't leave that classroom. I don't know if they still have the classrooms
Ну,
open,
наверное, 2
but yeah,
бургера,
I
2
would
смака,
literally
2
end up
напитка
sleeping
обычно, так?
there.
Sorry, I think Tiff, if you're admin, I think you're able to like mute his
I
mic. I
am.
think.
Okay, let me
Okay.
see. How do I do that? His name is Arslan. Oh, I got it. Ah.
Got it. Thank
What is the most underrated resource in WMU? I would say the professors, all the seniors, the access to stuff that you have there to use the technology. It's not what is. It's a lot of underrated resources at WMU. And if you're like me, you would have thought like a lot of people think, oh, things are better elsewhere. I won't say anywhere specifically, but it's not, okay? I promise you it's the same. When I did my interview with my second interviewer here, they researched my school, right? Which I did not even know. And when I went on the Zoom call with him, he was like, "Your school is so beautiful." He's like, let me tell you, you're already in, but don't come and expect that here." And he said it with his chest and he meant it. And every time he sees me and everyone around me, he tells everyone how beautiful WMU is. Um, Specifically asking for anatomy. Oh, yeah, have you guys thought of it, the cadavers and stuff? Back home, I learned that they have to share. Like it's like a big group to one cadaver and it's there for years. In China, we had cadavers, you know, like, you have, so when I told them, well, hey, in China, I'm sure people got sick of me. Like at my school, we were able to do it, this, that, yeah. So yeah, I mean, for anatomy, everything's on the internet. That's one. You have your books, you have your teachers, and then you get to go to the lab and like do it all. Come on. That's definitely don't take it lightly. Please share your study technique that helped you to be outstanding during your studies here. Oh, so for me, back to the question when I was asked how many hours I study. My study style is different. Please find what works for you. So if I have a class, right, and during that class, like Doc said, I'm always laughing or talking. I'm asking questions. My mouth is not shut. If I don't understand, I don't understand. And I'm gonna let you know I don't understand. And so usually when I do leave classes, I have a good grasp of, what happened, and I'll just review. However, some days, some days are different. And if I leave a class and I don't understand, I'm going to understand at least by the end of the day. I'm going to find someone who understood and I'm going to say, hey, help me out here. Or then I'm going to get my own resources, and yeah, I just make sure. For me, all I say this all the time, my money shall not be wasted. So if I pay tuition, I need to know everything that's happening, right? And you shouldn't have the same mentality. It may not be your own resources that are being spent, but you're paying for it. So you gotta know it. And also, I did a lot of play too. Like I love basketball. I loved all these other things because you need to get a break and please enjoy the years because once you start working, it's a different ball game. The world is different. Do you feel you're at a disadvantage because you didn't go to UTech? To UTech? What do you mean? Oh, so I'm guessing you're a Jamaican? I didn't go to UTech or UE. Oh, or do you mean like when I went back to Jamaica? 100%. Like, I do feel like priority was given to the Jamaicans, because they're known, right? They got to go on all these outreaches, meet the doctors, and then a lot of the doctors there, they're the ones who lecture at school. So they have an idea like, oh, the student is doing well. I can hire this student. A lot of them, once they finish school, they go straight to private practice. They don't even have to do an internship here. We do not have, I don't even think that's an option for us because also for them, so the same license or exam that we take in Jamaica is the same one that's given in the States. And so for the students that go to UTech or UE in Jamaica, they are teaching them how to pass this exam from their first year. Now, studying in China is great, but it's a whole different ball game, like doing things to a certain millimeter for prosthodontics, um, restorative, perio, endodontics, all these procedures that you're doing, you know how to do it, but there are certain guidelines. So if you are a dental student here and you're working in the Caribbean or you want to work in the States, start researching ADEX manuals, ADEX, and while you're practicing in China, go like it's all the grading rubric is there. Start following that. So yeah, I was definitely at a disadvantage, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. Is it true that during graduation we get two certificates and one of them is from Alberta, Canada University? Maybe Dr. Tina can help me with that. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure too, but I think I will ask the teaching affairs because I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah,
But
I've never heard of it either.
yeah, me too. But I think we'll ask the teaching affairs for that.
Right.
I think we can take one more question if there is any.
Yeah, but good questions, guys.
Oh, by the way, Tiff, the girls basketball team won the championship yesterday.
They won? Are you joking? Seriously?
Yeah,
Congrats! Wow! Good old days.
Yeah. Anyone, guys, with a question?
That's amazing.
Okay, I believe no one has a question anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so I think this marks the end of a very wonderful, insightful, fun conversation, I would like to say. Not a lecture, not a presentation, but a very nice conversation. Thank you, Dr. Tifonia, for a wonderful presentation. Believe it or not, it's just 10 minutes after 6 a.m. where she is right now, right? Is
I
it?
think so.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes,
she
it's
she
6:10.
started at 5 a.m. and that sacrifice that she just did for, spending time to just expose herself, everything she went through, wherever she was, and all the challenges and everything she went through. So this just goes to say how much dedication she has for you guys. So
Yeah.
I'd like to appreciate you, Tiffany, for a wonderful presentation and availing yourself to us. I just texted her, and right away she said yes, which is really really nice. And given the opportunity, would want to have you around. Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
I'll
Dr.
probably
You're
remember
doing
that time.
great.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Tifonia. Thank you, everyone, for joining. If you want any of the slides that Tifonia presented, please let me know. If I'm given the permission to give them out, I will definitely give you.
Yeah.
And no problem. Okay, cool. No problem. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. And Dr. Tifonia, again, thank you. Thank you, Tiff. You're always amazing. And it's always a pleasure to see your beautiful face. Yeah.
Oh, likewise. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. Good morning, Tifonia.
Good morning. I wish you guys all the very, very best doctors. But yeah, take care and do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or if you need me to help or just someone to talk to. All right, bye.